Everybody know who I am. I'm Cassidy, but if you don't know, you must have been under a rock somewhere like a little worm or something. But I've been holding it down for over 15 years. I got a lot of aliases. The Problem, The Hustler, Bars, The Greatest Alive, Mr. Chicken. You can call me all the above. But one thing I know for sure, and I always bring to the table, is bars, punches, lines. Real nigga shit. One thing I know about the rap game today is it's bigger than it ever was. That means more people around the world are able to hear hip-hop music nowadays. So that's a good thing. But I feel as though the artists that's mainstream right now are not as developed as they need to be. They're not going through artist development. They don't got the right team around them to show them how to be the artist that they could be. I don't feel as though artists is as hungry as they used to be, as original as they used to be. I don't feel as though artists is developing their own team as far as rappers, producers, engineers, so they can develop their own sound. I feel like a lot of artists sound like the next artist. So that's bad. So it's ups and downs, good and bad. But I love hip hop. It's still dudes like me that's in the game, that's doing what you need to do. So long as these dudes like me, like AD the General, people that's real hip hop stay in it, it's never going to die. It's always going to stay alive, because there's always going to be people that's going to keep it alive, and there's always going to be a crowd that accepts it. The advice I give a young guy trying to come up in this hip-hop game is keep God first. That's in anything you're trying to do. You got to put God first. You got to understand the business too. And what I mean is not just be able to perform or sing or rap or whatever you do. That's what you got to know how to do to be a successful artist. But on top of that, you got to learn the business side of things, so people can't get over on you, so you could put yourself in the best situations, and you could be able to maintain the income and the things that come from being a successful person. So I think that's important. That's the things you need to do first. Read up on the business. Learn about the business. Because if you were starting any other type of business, you would definitely have to know about it. Like if you wanted to be a real estate agent, or you wanted to just be, you wanted to open up a store, or you know what I mean, you wanted to open up your own clothing line. It's like you would have to learn about the business in order to get into it. But people think just because they can rap and sing, they don't got to learn the business. They just sing all day and money just going to fall in their lap. And that's not how it works. And that's why you hear a lot of sad stories. They were so big, they sold millions of records, but now they, you know, broke and going through problems, on all these type of drugs, stressing. It's because the industry could do it to you. So you got to learn the business, more important than anything. A lot of things I learned in the business, I learned a lot of things in the business, like, you know, how to play with legal money. You know what I'm saying? Before I got a record deal, I was 16 when I got my first record deal, 17 years old. So I never had a job. I never, like, you know what I'm saying, did any type of real business. So I learned everything. I learned how to become a man in the industry. But through the grace of God, I was always like a smart dude. Like I always got straight A's in school. Went to like, you know, smart, one of the best high schools in the country. It's like I always was like good with like the streets. I always had common sense and good in the streets, but I always had book smarts too. So through the grace of God, I knew a lot more than the average artist would when I got my record deal at 16 and 17. But I still had a lot to learn. There's a lot of things in the industry that go down that you would never be able to learn unless you in it. In 5 years, I see myself with more records, more fans, more music that people love, more movies. Maybe I'm working on my own reality show. I'm working on putting my own radio show together. I'm working on a lot of artists that's coming on me under Mayhem Music. A lot of producers that's fire under Bishop Make It Not, which is under Mayhem Music. I'm working on so many different things. So in 5 years, you never know. Because in business, if things go right, then your next move will be different than if certain things go wrong. I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying? It's like a gamble that you got to take when you're doing business. So who knows? 5 years from now, I could be still put my plans together. I could be $100 million richer. I could be a billionaire in 5 years. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put no limitations on what I could do or where I could be, because I feel like that's what mess up people. Like when they set a certain goal, it's like when you set a certain goal, you would never reach higher than that goal because that's the goal you set. And it's like you always chasing that goal and getting caught up into that. I just do what I need to do. I feel like I'm the best, and I feel like that's how every artist should feel. I feel like no artist can mess with me. So I'm going to just keep on putting the work into the best of my ability with any business I do, and whatever God got planned for me is what's going to happen. Something that people don't know about Cassidy is, well, that's a hard question because, you know, different people and different fans know different things. Well, what I want people to know, but I have said this before, but I'm not sure if everybody know, is that I got a strong relationship with God. I put God first before anything. You know, rap and music is entertainment and all that, but in my personal life, and if anybody asks me for advice, I always talk about the Lord. And a lot of my songs, a lot of my raps, I speak on it too. I put God first. I put my family second. Like, you know what I'm saying, my 2 sons, my wife, I put my family, you know what I'm saying, first in this world. And God first before everything. You know what I mean? And I don't know if everybody know that. Sometimes people get caught up and think rappers is maniacs or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good dude. Everybody that hang around me got love for me. And I got a head on my shoulder, some good information to pass off. So I'm a good person to talk to, whether it's ups or downs, whether you doing good or bad. This interview so fire, we got the alarms going off and all that.
www.ontheblock with hiphop.com